Hello, moms, dads, grandpas, grandmas, aunts, uncles, and anyone else who has the privilege of experiencing Vacation Bible School at home with your child this year. I'm Pastor Brandon, and that's right, folks, due to the COVID-19 virus, New Philadelphia First United Methodist Church will be hosting a virtual VBS this year. So, I am here to give you some very important information that's going to help you and your family have a fun and educational Vacation Bible School. We will do this just like we've been doing our online worship services, in that we will have VBS premieres. Not worship premieres, but VBS premieres. So starting on Sunday, July 19th, and continuing through Wednesday, July 22nd, we will have a premiere a day. Each day will operate the same. There will be a countdown, and then an introduction to the theme for the day. Then we will have some songs, a story time, crafts, a science experiment, and then, of course, the best part, snacks. When the premiere is over, it will be made available on our church YouTube page, just in case you and your family couldn't join during the regularly scheduled premiere. Now, to join and to get the most of this experience, you will need to come to the church and get your child's goodie bag. There are bags for younger kids. There are also bags for older kids. The important thing to know is that you will need a bag for each student who is going to be participating. You can get these bags in the church office right now, as in come right on in, tell Sandy what you need, we can get them for you. Now, it will be helpful for you to go through each bag to be sure that you have everything that is necessary for this experience, and also so that you know what could be happening while we do this. Now, we have tried to provide everything that you would need, but there are just a few things that you're going to need to have on hand. So why don't we take a look at what's actually in these bags so that we can see what we're getting into. The first thing I'm going to say before I even open it actually is that in every bag there are smaller bags. And in those smaller bags you're going to find some things that are just simply activity sheets. For younger kids, they're going to be normally things like this, coloring pages and such. For the older kids, there's actually going to be activity sheets for them to do, word searches and stuff. These activity pages are not meant to be done during the premiere. These are for the kids to do whenever they have their free time or want to be able to do them. That being said, I open up the first bag, and this is a bag for younger kids. And I start pulling them out, and look, it's a gallon-sized Ziploc baggie, and in it, it has everything for one day. The very first thing I look at is I can see there's a page on here. This says this is the bag for day 3. Okay, so that's day 3. Here's day 4. Day 2. And day 1. Okay, so we have everything right here. I'm going to first pull out the sheets that are right here. Now, the first sheet, this says day 1, and it has the contents of what's going to happen. It says that our theme for the day is salvation. Then there is a verse from Psalm 27. And then we have our slogan for the day. And the slogan for day 1 is, God gives us courage. Then it has a listing of 1 through 6, the different segments that are part of the premiere. From the introduction, worship and songs, time, story time, craft time, experiments, snack time. Okay? The bottom of this page is important though, because the bottom is where it tells you what you might need that would be extra. When I look at this, it says for the very first day, it looks like we're going to be doing some painting, because it says you might want to have extra colors for paint. Okay. Also, since we're going to be painting, it says get an old t-shirt, because you don't want to get paint on a newer shirt or shirts that are nice. Then it says you will also need some tape to hold a stencil. Okay, that's the stuff that you're going to need for the crafts. Ooh, then it tells us we're going to be doing some experiments, and it says we need a plate. And this is interesting. It says you need a plate to melt soap on. I wonder what's going to happen there. Although it does also say you're going to need a microwave. You see, we can't provide a microwave to everybody, so you're going to have to do that yourself. But you see, this is why you need to go through this ahead of time, so that way you know and are prepared for what's going to be happening. Let's look at what else is in here. As I said, there's an activity sheet. This is another coloring page, and it says the 10 plagues of Egypt. And then I continue to pull things out, and here is an apron. It's a craft apron, something that I can put on to make sure I don't get paint on stuff, right? Sounds cool. Then there's a rock, and there's paints, and there's the paintbrush. And in here, well, there's also a stencil. Oh, there it is. It fell on the ground. There's the stencil that you would use to tape onto your rock. Okay, so I have everything for the arts and crafts, and here is a bar of soap for the science experiment. I think all I need to do now is make sure I have that plate and an old shirt, and I will be ready for the first day of VBS. So, as you can see, this is what we're going to be doing. Of course, as I said, I'll just remind you, we will be recording all of the Vacation Bible School stuff, so that if you can't participate during the premiere, or maybe you don't even have time to do it during that first week, you can go when you are able. You can have your kid and yourself do this at your own convenience. Now, we wish we could do VBS all together. We want to do it just like we've always done it. But safety's first. We want you to be protected. We want to make sure everybody is healthy. So this is what VBS will look like. This, though, I think is going to be a lot of fun, and it'll be a way for us to grow spiritually and to grow together as families. I look forward to sharing Vacation Bible School with you in just a couple of weeks.